Welcome to FireStar Tarot. Let's begin the journey of spirituality, insight, intuition, wisdom, and inner knowledge. Looking at life from a higher perspective. Mind-blowing creativity. The path to self. The universe is your playground.
Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to FireStar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt, and this is your weekly reading. So today's reading is going to be an expansion reading, okay? It's going to be all about self. It's going to be about self-love, self-life, and just expanding in love and life when it comes to self, okay? So this reading will apply to your sun sign because, of course, the sun is all about expansion and growth, so we will be using your sun sign. So make sure you know your birth chart. If not, I have provided a link in the description box, you guys. If y'all are watching this on Facebook, it's up above. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, it's down below. Yes, I am streaming this live. I do all of my readings live stream, and then, of course, you can catch it on replay. If you're not catching this live, you'll know because you won't see the red live button in the top left-hand corner, all right? Okay. Let's see. Before we get into this reading, though, a few things that you should know. Rule number one, gender is very fluid here, okay? So the way it comes through is the way it comes through. Do not shoot the messenger. Also, since energy is fluid, masculine and feminine are energies in my readings. So this can apply to self, right? The balancing between masculine and feminine within, okay? Also to the situations around you, because what you are on the inside is what you attract around you. Now, of course, you're in situations where people are just around you and you can't really control it, but you can always control the masculine and feminine within you, all right? So again, this is an expansive reading, an expansion reading. It's all about expanding your mind to love and life within, okay? So this is that solo path. Again, doesn't matter if you guys are single, in a relationship or not. It's going to apply to you as a solo person, as an individual, all right? So anything I don't go over in the intro, you guys, it'll be in the description box, okay? Definitely check your birth chart. Make sure you know your signs. This is, again, focused on sun, the expansion, okay? Let's see. Follow me on social media, you guys. I provide all my links down below and up above. I am on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter, as well as YouTube, obviously. Also, to you guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram on Awoke Cosmos. I will be launching my brand October 31st. That's when I will start actually uploading products and stuff like that and show you guys what I got, all right? Let's see. Anything else? Oh, yeah, one last thing before we get into your reading, you guys. If you're not subscribed to my channel, well, hey, subscribe because you get entered to win any of my giveaways, okay? But if you're not, I just want to say, hey, welcome to my channel. Hopefully you expand in life and you find this channel useful and healing for you. For all of those who have been my subscribers for a while, you clearly know how I do things. I do change a lot, you guys, so just understand what you get from one week to the next is going to be all depending on the energy and how I feel, all right? All right. I am going to try to keep doing these expanding readings as well as shadow work readings, as well as the twin flame journeys and all of it. Just kind of a collection of everything, okay? Because with everything, it's about the bittersweet, right? It's the negatives and positives of life. So you will find negative and positive on my channel, okay? Understand I work from a place of love and light. I do not have any ill intentions here on my channel, so all negativity will be blocked, deleted. It will go bye-bye, all right? The comments are open, you guys. So if you have any questions pertaining to the reading, that's what the comments are for. If you're asking personal questions, I will not ask personal questions or answer personal questions. This is only pertaining to the collective of my Scorpios, okay? So again, if you want to ask questions, it would help any Scorpio or anybody listening to this reading, then go at it. Again, no personal questions, all right? So that being said, let's get into your reading, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on. So I am going to be laying down 10 cards for you guys. 10 cards. We're going to actually take all the steps in a cycle. We're going to see Where you're stagnant in life, maybe where you're replaying over and over again cycles, we're going to be seeing, all right? We're going to look at actually steps 1 through 10. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful read, okay? Starting off the bat, we do have the Death in reverse as well as the 2 Pentacles. This is telling me, Scorpio, that you have kicked some types of addictions, maybe codependency issues, maybe alcohol, maybe cigarettes, maybe emotional addictions, or even physical, anything, right? This can be emotionally, physically, anything, right? So understand that I do feel this energy of really just understand. I don't even know why I said understand. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those energies. It's one of those days, you guys. This is live. I don't edit shit. So also, too, I do curse on my channel. So if you don't like it, you might want to go ahead and exit stage left. But yeah, I'm getting this really strong energy, like some of you guys have just really kicked something here. Kick something to the curb, or either it's this energy of wanting to know how to kick something to the curb, okay? But we also have the 2 of Pentacles, which is telling me you're having a hard time kind of battling, the ups and downs. Maybe things are a little hard for you to kind of like deal with. Maybe sometimes things shock you or things surprise you. Maybe sometimes maybe things have you depressed that shouldn't really make you depressed, or not about not making you depressed, but I feel like you just have a really hard time going back and forth, okay? We also have the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles still. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are holding on to something clearly, right? So whether this is someone, people, places, or things, anything material, there's this real strong energy of you holding on to it, okay? Let's shuffle one more time and then we'll get into this reading. We also have the 3 of Swords, so I do feel like this involves heartbreak, right? I feel like a lot of my Scorpios out there have been dealing with someone who has maybe walked away, or if somebody hasn't walked away, it's just this energy of really holding on to people around you. Maybe this is why you lose people, or if not, maybe this is just why you feel the way you do, because you're really holding on to things in life, okay? Especially material things, right? Not emotional. Well, and this could involve emotional things too, all right? So let's go see what's going on. We're going to be laying down 10 cards. 10 cards, Spirit. Show me these 10 cards, please. Number 1. Number 1, we have the Star in reverse. Beautiful energy, you guys. Step number 1. Step number 2, Spirit. Show me step number 2, please. Thank you. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Step number 3, Spirit. Step number 3, please. Step number 3, Spirit. Step number 3. And 4. Okay, both of these came out in the cross position. I'll explain cross position. This is just you having a hard time back and forth. Okay? Spirit, step number 5, please. And also to you guys, I pray and set intentions off the camera, just so you guys know. I sage and I set my intentions. I pray. I do believe in God, okay? I'm not a devil worshiper or anything like that. That's what people think. Card number 6, please, Spirit. Card number 6. Actually 6 and 7. All right, Spirit, let's do card number 8, 9, and 10, please. Card number 8. I'll show you these guys as we go through them too, okay? 2 more cards, Spirit. 2 more cards, please. 9 and 10. Number 10, please, Spirit. 8 of Pentacles. All right. All right. So let me break this down to you guys so that you understand what's going on. This is a complete cycle, okay? We have 1 through 10. Obviously, 1 is the power that comes from God, and 10 is also the power that comes from God, but more focused on what it is that you're aiming for, okay? So we have a thought, we have an emotion, we have something that comes down, right? And then we end up aiming for this, okay? I know, doesn't look good. It's not bad or good, okay? It's just that we're going to show you the cycles and the steps that, well, not the cycles, but we're going to show you the steps that need to be taken to complete a cycle. So you understand where you're at in the cycle and what's kind of going on in your situation where you feel repeated, repetitive, that kind of energy, okay? So we're starting this off with card number 1. Before I even explain this card, it's important to understand that card number 1 is the raw energy, okay? This is the energy that is given by God, by your creator, whoever it is that you believe in, okay? Whatever it is that you believe in. This energy comes, right? And this comes to you. This is a gift, okay? Number 1 is all about divine. the universe, right? The creator, one, okay? So understanding that this is the power that is given to you, we have the star card. Yes, it's in the reverse. It doesn't matter if it's in the reverse or in the upright. Yes, the reversal applies to the situation, and I'll explain it. But the star card is the energy that you are given. Okay, so you are given the energy to dream, the energy to believe, the energy to hope, yearn, wish, right? All of the ideas that you can think of in the most positive way is the power that you were given it. Now, of course, on the scales, you guys, there's negatives and positives to this energy. You can feel like your wishes will never come true. You can feel like you can't create. You can feel like you can't dream. You're stuck in nightmares. And this is the energy that is coming through. So it's important to understand that, yes, one is the beginning. One is the energy that you are starting with. So this is telling me already from the get-go that Spirit has given you, Divine has given you the energy to really be able to create, to dream, to inspire. And you have unfortunately started this power off not dreaming, not wishing, not hoping, not desiring, okay? So already in the energy itself, in the raw energy itself, is your negative. Your negative is, again, looking at it like, I can never get this. I'm never going to have that. I don't even know what to wish for. I don't even know what to hope for anymore. I've lost all hope, okay? So, of course, this is one energy that could be a way for you to kind of maybe try to, balance out that perspective, not necessarily just switch it completely and say, okay, you know what, I'm never going to have a doubt again. It's not realistic, but just kind of split it up a little bit, right? Try to create a little bit more positive wishes in with some of those negative wishes, okay? Not that you're wishing for negative things, but I feel like there's a lack of hope. There's a lack of wishing for things, feeling like, again, things have just been lost, okay? There's opportunities though, okay? The opportunity in card number one is that you can wish, you can hope, and you can dream, all right? Card number two is about the decisions that need to be made, okay? You got the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful energy. I love the Queen of Pentacles. I'm a Taurus sun. So this is all about really being stable, being consistent, really planting your feet in the ground, but also going through the experience. The queen doesn't just become a queen, right? Well, not this queen anyways. This queen has to really work for it. This queen has to be unstable. This queen has to, and again, this is the feminine energy, so it doesn't matter if you're male or female here, or what gender you are. This is the energy of feminine energy within you. This is the energy that is more emotional. This is the energy that is more nurturing. This is the energy that is more kind. Maybe not, it could be on the negative end too, right? You can be just as vicious and overprotective and overbearing, but in the upright, this is a stable energy, okay? So I feel like right now, a lot of my Scorpios are balancing the decision, do I be stable and create for myself, or do I hope for something else? And again, with this hope in reverse, is telling me you're not really hoping for a whole lot. But there is a decision that needs to be made for you to possess the Queen of Pentacles energy, okay? So this is Spirit saying, hey, look, you need to be stable for yourself, you need to be consistent for yourself, and you need to create for yourself. This is the journey to self, okay? So what's important to understand about the placement of number two is, again, it's about the decisions, okay? So Spirit's telling me here that you need to make a decision when it comes to really embracing the emotional side of you and being stable emotionally, being consistent emotionally for you, okay? So that you can manifest the emotions it is that you are lacking right now, the emotions that you are or have lost faith in, okay? All right, let's see. I want to make sure. Okay, yeah. So threes is all about the experience, right? This is all about the exploration. This is about where you really go forward and grow, okay? Also, too, this is kind of the area where this experience can be good and bad, okay? It's not saying that it's going to be 100% great or even 100% terrible. It's just that this is the experience, period, okay? But for you in the sideways position, this is telling me, Scorpio, that you're having a really hard time with the things that you're creating. I feel like it's like you may create something, Scorpio, and then when you create it, you're like, oh, I didn't want this. Or you work really hard on something and then you get it and it's not what you wanted, right? Or again, it's this back and forth, right? It's this really back and forth energy of what it is that you're manifesting, or what it is that you have manifested, or what it is that you want to manifest, okay? Now, it's important to understand too here, it's a back and forth of trusting your intuition mixed with the manifestation, right? And Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles is telling me this has to do with the things that you're actually creating, the actual physical touch of things that you're creating. So not the emotions that you're creating, not the thoughts you're creating, but the things that you're actually creating, right? The job, the consistency, the money, the cars, the life, the relationships, the kids, the home, you know what I'm saying? Anything and everything that is earthly, okay? Again, it's this back and forth energy, but this is your experience. You're made to go through this experience, okay? This is where you learn. This is where you grow. This is where you experience, develop, proceed, and get everything that you need, okay? So with that being said, we're going to get into step 4. Step 4 in your cycle is the Justice card sideways, okay? This is telling me the same thing, just like the third card, right? The 9 of Pentacles here. This is telling me you're back and forth here. Okay? You're really back and forth on, are things balanced or are things not? Is this what I want or is it not? Is this right or is it wrong? Is this my intuition or is it not? It's a very back and forth energy. I feel like, honestly, you're balanced in a very unbalanced way, okay? You're very balanced when it comes to your unbalancing, right? You're either this way or this way, right? It's not ever like this. It's just always whoop or whoop, right? And you do have the 2 of Pentacles here. So eventually you get through some of this struggle and you learn how to balance things. But again, it's the experience you're going through here, okay? So once you go through this experience, you've got this whole stagnation, right? This unbalancing, really stagnant when it comes to being offset, okay? Really, in other words, it's a dragged out off, okay? And so what ends up happening in this stagnation, in this 4th step, is that you really start to think about what you went through. You really start to think about, well, why did I choose that? Or why didn't I choose that, right? So this experience creates this stagnation, which creates this going back and really thinking about the decisions you made. So this stagnation, right? This stagnation of feeling unbalanced, like if you say left, it goes right. Or if you say up, it goes down, right? This back and forth energy of not knowing where to go. This huge unbalancing. And this unbalancing card, Major Arcana, is telling me this is with your thoughts, this is with your emotions, this is with your desires, your passion, your manifestation. And we already know you're having a hard time manifesting things, right? The actual physical magician work, right? The creating the home, the creating the relationship. You get what I'm saying? So we understand that this stagnation, this unbalance is created to drag out so that you can really think about this experience, this not manifesting or manifesting things you don't want or not having things that you really want, right? So you're made to really slow the fuck down. It's almost like it comes to a halt. And here you are just sitting here thinking about all of that shit you went through, right? All of those emotions you felt. You fixate on it. You really focus. Maybe sometimes it's more emotional and depressing than it is better for you. But it's understanding that even the depression and the fixation is made to perfect this situation. It's made for you to really look at it and perfect it, okay? This is where you ask yourself, is this everything I want? Is this experience what I want in life? Is what I went through? Is what am I manifesting or not manifesting everything I want in life? So this is that question that you ask yourself when you're in this state. Okay, I want you to just ask yourself the question. Go to sleep at night asking yourself the question, is this what I want in life, right? So then we have step number 5. Step number 5 is really about taking that step back to this fixation to be able to leap forward. But because this really isn't the stagnation, yes, you kind of look at the stagnation again, but it's more like battling yourself. It's really like going back and reliving all of the conflicts, all of the pain, all of the hurt. This is another place where stagnation, arguing, conflicts, battles, difficulties, challenges, trials, tribulations, all of that shit, that's this card, right? That's this spot, not this card, but this 5 spot. This is the issues that you are going to be fighting. So you go through the experience and you go through this fixation to prepare you for this war of 10 of Wands energy, releasing burdens, releasing the things that you didn't manifest, or the things you didn't get, or the things that you wanted to get, or the things you want, right? It's the burdens of negative and positive, right? What you're manifesting, this back and forth energy of being unbalanced, right? You're going to war. You're thinking about all these things and you're going to war to fight for this. to fight to release these burdens, to get rid of the things that have been in your head, the things that have been weighing heavy on your heart. These are the things that you're going to get rid of. You're going to go to war to get rid of them because you don't want to deal with it anymore, period. That's actually a beautiful energy. I really like your progress here. I really do. This is beautiful because even though you have your issues, you're still understanding that, hey, I know I don't want to live like this anymore. I want this cycle to end. And that's a beautiful energy. It really is. All right. So like I said, remember, this is that card that really takes you a step back to leap you forward, to push you forward. So now we go forward. Okay, now we proceed with the sixth spot. Okay, the sixth step. Now this is the Two of Pentacles. Look, you're balanced now. Remember, you weren't balanced here with these two cards. You couldn't really manifest things right. If you did manifest, they didn't work out the way you wanted, or the things you wanted didn't manifest, right? So this is that back and forth energy, being unbalanced here, knowing that you're going to fight this war of releasing these issues. And here you are. You won this battle. You won this battle, Scorpio, and now here you are balanced. This is where you recharge. This is where you restart. This is where you come together as masculine and feminine, okay? Within you. Now look, remember what I said in the very beginning? If you're balanced masculine and feminine, which right now you're not balanced, okay, but you did go to war and fight because of this unbalancing so that you could get balanced. But my point is that when your masculine and feminine energy is balanced within you, you will attract and intensify people around you, right? So if people around you are not masculine and femininely balanced, you will end up being and leading by example, and they'll pick up on that energy, right? This also applies to people that you meet in the future from this standpoint. This is that energy of, because you're balanced, you are going to attract people who are balanced like you, right? You're going to attract people who have been through these steps of trying to manifest things but not really knowing how to, and proceeding forward and understanding and staying stagnant so that you can fight to release these burdens to be balanced. You're going to find people that match your energy because you'll be balanced, right? So you'll stop attracting people in this past tense energy of not being balanced. Okay? So again, this is your recharge. So you went to war and you fought to release these burdens, and now here you are recharging yourself, feeling victorious and really saying, you know what? I've got this. I'm balanced. I can handle these situations. I know what I'm thinking in here. I know what I'm thinking in here. I know when to bring some of this up into here and to bring some of this into here, right? It's that balancing act. It's not filling all with emotions, or in one situation thinking all with thought. It's emotionally thinking and thinking emotionally and balancing them out. That's what you do here. And because of that, you end up manifesting balance, right? Which you weren't manifesting balanced here, right? You weren't feeling like you were getting justice in any of your situations because you weren't properly manifesting, right? So then we move on to step number 7. And step number 7 is obviously my favorite step because I do a lot of shadow readings. Even these expansive readings are kind of like shadow work. Shadow work with a little bit more light than just shadow work, but the 7s is all about the shadow work. It's about the fears, the problems, the issues. But more importantly, what 7s are about is it's really about what is it that you have to lose to be able to gain, okay? Because remember, you're aiming for something here, okay? So again, this is that step that you're going to lose. Yes, and I know it sucks because you go through this battle and you release these burdens, or you're at least fighting to release these burdens, and I get it. It creates this balance and you feel all great and you feel all recharged and energized. And so you go back at it and bam, right? Now you have these fears, these problems, and these issues, and you're losing something and you don't understand why, okay? That is why I love the 7s, because it's what you lose and what you gain, right? That's what a 7 is about. It's about losing something to gain something. So what do you lose? You lose the outside perspective. This is actually beautiful, Scorpio. Damn, I really like y'all's reading, okay? I'm not going to lie. This is a beautiful reading, Scorpio. I'm super proud of this energy. And again, not all of you guys are going to be, you're going to know which step you're in this cycle, right? You're going to know if you're barely in the wanting to manifest. You're going to know if you're in the experience of things or if you're stagnant. You're going to know if you're going to war. You're going to know if you're fighting. You get what I'm saying? You're going to know where you're at in these steps, okay? So all of you guys are going to be in different steps. All of you guys may just be repeating the cycle over and over again. Again, it's going to be different for all of you guys, but somewhere you'll understand where you're at in the process of the steps, okay? So again, the problems, the fears, the shadows, all of this issue, you have to lose the outside perception. You have to lose the trusting everybody else and not being happy. Like, you have to trust that. You have to lose that so that you can gain something better. Now, just within this card, when you alone lose the fears of what happens when you just start following your own, right? Your own path, your own journey, the things you want, the things you desire, not the outside perspective of others, whether this is an intimate partner, a friend, a family, a parent, whatever, teacher, you know what I'm saying? This energy can go through anybody. It's once you realize that the answers you need are not on the outside. Yes, live life, experience people, experience books, educate yourself, gain as much knowledge as possible in the material world, but understand that you are not of it. Your body is, but your energy isn't. So it's understanding that, yes, you can take all of the perception that you want to and all the influence that you want to, but at the end of the day, you're still going to feel some type of way. So you need to trust yourself, trust in the energy, the raw energy that comes from above, right? Trust in that energy in itself, and trust that your path is light and that you can walk it. You gain that just when you lose it. Okay, so that's important to understand. You already get somewhat of a gift right here. Most people don't realize they get this gift. Most people are like, I just don't get it. I didn't get anything, because they don't physically see something. This isn't physical. This is energetic right here. Okay, this is straight energy. This is, again, losing the outside perception to be able to focus on the inside and trust in the light, okay? So that is the shadow work you're going to have to do. You're going to have to stop listening to everybody around you, okay? You're going to have to stop allowing others and things like the television, how everybody else is living, or how everybody else's relationship is, or how this person did this to you, or how you don't have this person. Or again, you're going to have to close your eyes. And I'm not talking about close your eyes and visually still picturing these things around you. I'm talking about closing your eyes and drawing a blank screen, right? Reset your memory, reset your brain. And I'm not saying to forget anything, because clearly you have to take these steps and go through it so that you can fight for it, so that you can lose it, so that you can gain. But if you don't understand what it is that you're aiming for, if you don't understand where it is that you get what it is that you need, you're not going to get through these cycles. You're not going to know which step you're on or which way you're going. You're just going to be bouncing again all around this motherfucker, okay? All right, so let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is all about fast action. Move, go, let's do this, okay? So it's this energy of, okay, you realize here, all right, I got to really start just believing myself, believing what it is that I feel. Tarot reading's not going to tell me what I need to know. Even if they tell me my twin flame's coming back, it's been 2 years, when's he coming back? Or, them telling you the description of someone and then you waiting 5 years for the description of someone, and you've passed over your real twin flame because that message wasn't really for you. Remember, you guys, general readings are general readings. They're like weekly forecasts, okay? You do not know if that message is for you unless you get a personal reading, okay? These aren't made this way. This kind of reading is not made in a way where it's going to be for you. It's going to be for all of you guys. You're going to be able to gain from this in some way, shape, or form. You're going to be able to expand the way you're thinking, or expand the way you do things, or at least the way you look at it, right? So again, fast motion, okay? This is you saying, all right, I'm done with this. I understand now that I have to release this influence, close my eyes, and really aim for something that I want, right? I got to get to that 10, right? Regardless if it's the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, or the 10 of Swords, right? You have to get there. We know that you're wanting to fight for this. So I feel like this is your aim, at least in this cycle, is to get rid of these burdens, to get rid of these issues that you're carrying, the baggage you're carrying, the emotions, the physical, the emotional, all of it, right? The not manifesting shit, the not manifesting the relationships. You're moving fast to get this done. You're like, okay, I'm done, right? But you're really moving fast to this disunion, this love. I feel like a lot of you guys, and look, I'm there all the time too. Okay, I think about people from my past all the time. I think about, the first guy I had a crush on. I think about the guy that was in and out my whole life. I think about the one, I was recently with. You know what I'm saying? I think about all the situations, and I think about, I've had 4 serious relationships, so I've thought about all of them in a different way, right? My point is that this energy is really focused on the disunion, okay? And what's really important here is if you look at it as the balancing within you, like I said, if you're balanced inside, you'll attract balance, right? Okay, well, guess what? You're unbalanced here, okay? You're unbalanced. There's thinking about past memories, childhood memories, past, right? You're focused on the past here. So what do you attract? You attract this disunion. And you're fastly doing this. Like you're taking action to attract a disunion. In other words, if you manifest, because you have the power of manifesting here, you just don't really understand fully how to manifest or what it is that you're manifesting. So I feel like if you keep watching these tarot readings, right, yeah, you're going to end up drawing this person back in, right? It's just never in the way that you expect it, right? So this person comes back in this disunion because you're in a disunion, attracting someone that is kind of like, it's like you're fading it, right? Instead of just allowing your destiny to happen, you're trying to focus on something that has already been taken away from you here. This love that is not a part of you, okay? And again, this could be a relationship. This could be a lover from your past. This could also be a family member, right? This could be a friend. Bottom of the line is that this emotions, this disunion has you moving fast and taking action towards a disunion. Think about that just in itself. You are attracting and taking action towards the 6 of Cups in reverse. You are taking action towards a disunion, in a disunion, period, right? So what do you think that's going to do? It's going to attract this disunion, all right? Yeah, I get it. It sucks, but that's what happens when you don't know how to fully manifest, when you're really not knowing if you should have justice or if it's injustice, right? It's the burdens you're carrying and you're going to fight for, but you're not really understanding exactly what it is that you're manifesting. This card is coming under the 9 of Pentacles, back and forth, not knowing when to manifest, what to manifest, how to manifest, okay? Yes, you wish for things in this manifestation. You wish for love. You wish for this union. But what you are actually manifesting is this disunion. It's like 2 chickens, baby chickies in eggs, right? You put them in an incubator. If there's not a mama hen, you keep them warm to hatch them. It's like turning off the light early, okay? You aren't God. You can't say who you are destined to be with or not. You can love the hell out of somebody and want them to be a part of your life all you want. Again, doesn't matter if this is intimate or family or friend, or a job that you love, or a car that you love, or a home that you get what I'm saying? The point is that when you try to control and fate your life, you're definitely not going to have anything to aim for, and you're definitely not ever going to aim for anything. You're never going to be successful in that concept if you can't just start with the first step, the second step, the third step, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, and the 10th. Makes sense? So here you are taking this fast action to a disunion. I already know you're in disunion. We already went over this, right? You're stagnant. You're going through the experience of the things that you've manifested, the things you haven't manifested. You don't have any hope anymore. Yes, you're wishing and hoping that this person comes back, but you've lost hope for yourself. You've lost the raw energy that you have been given by divine to be able to navigate this cycle. So again, 1 minute you're hoping for this, and then the next minute you're thinking you're never going to get it, okay? Back and forth energy. So again, now we're going to step into number 9, all right? Number 9 is all about the completion. But this is also about you being content, okay? Being not necessarily happy, because content is not happy. It's just mediocre, right? It's back and forth energy. I manifested this. I didn't manifest that. Right? So this is the card. I know a lot of people think that the 9s is the best cards. Yes, it is, because it's about the completion, right? It's the wrapping up of things. After you thoroughly went through everything that you went through, right? After you really take action towards this disunion because of everything you went through, it's hard for me to understand, because if you actually see this physically and write this down, like if you took this spread and you sat there and said, okay, what is it that I hope and wish for? Let me write this down. Number one. Okay, what's number two? Okay, I want to manifest. What is it that I need to make a decision on that I'm manifesting, right? Love, whatever it is. Write the decision. What is it? And make your decision, your two choices, and do your research on your two choices, right? You can't just make a choice. I feel like that's what you're doing. You're just making a choice to manifest and to create this disunion, right? So again, we move into nines, your completion, right? All the steps that you've taken, what have you completed? Because once we get to the tens, this is already starting over. This is the death, the transformation spot, right? This is what you're aiming for is starting, okay? So in all actuality, tens are not endings. Tens are endings and beginnings, right? It's both. It's the ending and the beginning of the cycle, what you're aiming for. This is the completion of the cycle. This is the actual physical ending, the completion, okay? This is the recycling and starting anew, right? So anyways, you are in this energy of judgment. You, instead of in an energy of wish fulfillment, happiness, like you've got the Nine of Pentacles when you're experiencing, like you're experiencing when it's, okay, how can I explain this? I hope this is making sense to you guys. So in your nines, in your completions, you're content with the decision that has been made. You're right? You're not really happy. You may be sad. You get what I'm saying? But it's just like, whatever. It is what it is, right? But yet one day you want it. One day you want to manifest and you want the 10 of Cups. And then the next day you're like, I don't deserve it. Right? It's that middle. You're back and forth, okay? So this is your completion. This is what you have created by taking these steps. You have completed the, shit. It is what it is. I still have this disunion. I still have these burdens. I'm still, I manifested this though, and I chose to manifest this, right? So now we start, well, we end and start, right? So why or what is it that you are ending and starting, right? What was it that you were aiming for, right? Oh, that's right. If you didn't know what you were aiming for when you made the decision, you're not going to really understand what you're aiming for. So that's what happens. You get the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, just reevaluating everything over and over again instead of actually starting a new cycle. So now here you are at the eights. You're going back to the eights, taking action to go back over all of this shit again, to fight and carry these burdens, to understand that you need to stop listening to everyone else. Okay, let me tell you this. It doesn't matter if you stop listening to everyone else or not. Yes, the reward is you trust you and you trust your path and you trust your destiny instead of your fate. And eventually, because you do one thing, these cycles will change a little bit, but instead of it changing like this in the next cycle, it'll change in another spot in a different way because you're not taking every step needed, right? So again, this goes back to the raw energy that's provided by God and the decision that you need to make before you're sitting here not manifesting something or manifesting something. And I feel like a lot of this energy is when you have these two choices. A decision is a decision between two opposing sides. I use politics as an explanation because most people get it, right? Democrat, Republican. And you've got to ask yourself this question, and I hope you guys aren't voting like this because that's actually why our country is the way it is because we have an issue with making a decision. And let me tell you why. It's because we look at the two decisions and we do no research. We don't look at the negatives or positives of anything except for what we physically see, what we can physically hear, physically touch, right? We don't do any research. We don't actually investigate to make sure that this party is actually legit in paperwork, right? Maybe they just speak like they are, but on the actual magic of it, they don't do shit, right? Or vice versa, this party. Well, this party says they do this, but look, they haven't done shit, right? Looking at the actual party, not the people that run, right? Because the people that run, your president has no control over anything. Straight up. Doesn't matter what president you vote for. Here in America, the president has no say-so. Our Congress does, and we don't even vote for Congress. Let's be honest. Most of us don't. And if you vote, you just vote straight ticket. You just choose to choose a side. That's what's going on here. You have two options in front of you. You're just liking one and doing maybe research on one, but you're not looking at the opposing side. You're just judging the opposing side. And it doesn't matter which side you're choosing, right? Some of you are going to be on one side, some of you are going to be the other side, some of you are going to be in the middle, some of you are going to be just like really far left or really far right of the decision, right? So again, it's either you're really expecting something to be great and this is one of your decisions, and then you don't even know what your other decision is. You just know you want this, right? Again, that's where this is all stinting from, okay? So if this, and I'm just going to use an explanation, okay? It's because I see this, I'm going to, in the extended, you guys, there is an extended, it will be $5. I'm going to clarify all these cards, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper, another hour and a half of this. But instead of doing it here in my collective readings, I've noticed that my hour and a half long readings, the 2 hour long readings is a little too much for you guys. So I figured I'd just cut it and go into an extended, okay? So I really feel like what this energy is this energy of love, okay? Obviously with the 6 of Cups in reverse, this is a disunion. This is maybe a no communication for most of you guys, or if not, just not having love, right? Or thinking of something from the past and saying, I wish I had something like that, right? Could be a job, could be love, could be anything. This energy, though, is again making the choice to make that choice, right? One of them, right? It's like you have 2 options, but you only really see one, so you're making the decision for that option. Again, you're not looking at the opposing option. You're not even giving the opposing option a chance. You're just going for what it is that you think is right. But unfortunately, what happens is you start experiencing it, and then you're questioning if it was the right decision or not. Well, of course you're going to question if it was the right decision or not, because there was never really a decision made. It's like seeing the 7 cups in front of you, right? I explain this a lot with the 7 of cups, right? The deceit within the cups. It's like having 7 cups in front of you, and each cup represents something you love, okay? And in these 7 cups, you don't really know what's in there, but you know you love it, right? Like that first cup, it looks really pretty on the outside because it's got the diamond ring or whatever, right? And you're like, ooh, I like those diamonds. I want that cup for sure. But you don't really know what's on the inside of it, right? Same thing with the next cup. The next cup is, ooh, that house, that car. Ooh, I like that. That looks nice. I want that. Give me that cup. But again, you don't really know how that house was built or if there's even an engine in the fucking hood, okay? Same thing with the 3rd cup, 4th cup, 5th cup. I think you get what I'm saying here. Doesn't matter if it's 2 decisions, 4 decisions, or 5. However many options you have to make in the very beginning, whatever your decisions are, obviously baby steps, you guys. Try to just do like 2 decisions at first. Don't sit there and try to take 7 options and make a decision. You're going to find yourself really fucked up, okay? But starting with just 2 decisions. Maybe it's a past love and your future love. Yeah, I know you're scared of the future love because it's unknown. It's the abyss, but think about it. So is the past one if there's no communication. If there's a disunion. If there's a disunion in you between masculine and feminine, there's a disunion between the masculine and feminine in the actual physical world, right? That's what this is. So again, you have these 2 decisions. Do your research on both, okay? Yes, I told you to not worry about the outside world, the outside influence. But you still need to attain the knowledge in this world because we have to live it, right? Our bodies still have to be here. We still have to interact, fall in love, deal with heartache, deal with loss of money, cars, houses, struggling in life. And we all struggle. It doesn't matter where you're from or how much money you have. Everybody struggles in different ways. Everybody's breaking point is different. We're all different, but we all share the same things, right? We all share the same pain, the same heartache, the same deceit. So it's understanding that and finally making a decision before you proceed, before you experience. It's like most of my Scorpios are losing faith because they don't understand that faith was power from God. And it's like you just didn't use it properly. You didn't understand that this energy to wish, this energy to dream and to inspire is very creative, okay? The moon's here, emotions, right? Influence, creativity, passion, intimacy. Dreaming of these things, hoping for these things, and wishing for these things is an energy that was given to you. You don't realize it. And so therefore, you don't use your tool. You don't use your tool and you hop over the decision that needs to be made. You just decide. And again, remember, it's important to understand that choose the decision. You have to understand both sides. You have to look at both sides. And this is why I compare it to politics so much, Democrat and Republican, because it's like, and I'll say this because, you know, not that I'm going to explain to you my political sides because that's nobody's business but my own, right? Who I vote for is who I vote for. But I will tell you, I don't just vote for one or the other by the words that they speak. I'm sorry, that's not how I do it, because there's been many things I have said that I regret and I didn't mean. But I come from a family of Irish and Hispanics, right? And so we say things that hurt, right? We are going to hurt you with our words. Doesn't mean we mean them. It's just that if you offend me or you hurt my feelings, see, and I battle my own issues. I've been dealing with my own anger issues, and I've grown really, really far. I used to have addictions, and I used to be a very mean person. I was waiting for someone to go off on me so I could attack them. I was unpleasant to be around. You never knew if I was going to jail or not because, again, my energy was that, okay? So I get where it's hard, and I'm not judging anybody, but again, you can't make a decision based on somebody's words. Actions speak everything, and you know how someone thinks, not by their words. Sometimes people have a disconnect, so really do. And I'm not sticking up for one or the other. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just saying you have to look at both options, right? And you have to not only look at both options from what you see or what you hear or what you say, but you have to look, yes, that is a part of it, okay? It is a part of a bigger, does that make sense? It's only part of it. You still have to look at how you feel about the situation, and you have to look at the negatives and positives of how this is going to make you feel, right? Is it going to make you happy? Is it going to make you sad? What are you going to get? You have to think about the decision. And this decision making, again, is before the experience. You can't experience it and then make a decision, right? That's not how it works. You're already going through it. You already manifested it. You can't make a decision after you've manifested. That's not how it works, or you didn't manifest. You have to make that decision before you create, before you go through it, before you experience it. So again, I feel like a lot of my Scorpios are just kind of hopping over the decision, okay? I know you're probably going to think, well, why did you just talk about politics? Again, I wasn't trying to really bring up politics. It's just that that's the best way I can explain it, because that is something that is so divided, like the two, that it's easy to explain, okay? So Scorpio, that is all I have for you, okay? But I will tell you before we end this video that you really evaluating these things and being very unpleasant with everything that you have done, right? Everything that you have created. This is why you need to go back to the decision before you make the decision, right? You have to really look at what your options are. And again, research that you're about to manifest something, right? Your end game, your aim game is very important. Instead of making a decision and trying to figure out and see what you get, you need to have in mind what it is that you want to get and make the decision. I feel like you guys are a little backwards, okay? I feel like it's like you don't make a decision and you're just seeing what you get, right? Instead of saying, okay, I want this, and I'm willing to look at all the options and do my research on all the options and make sure that what option I choose is the best for me. So yes, a part of the outer influence matters. A part of words, actions, emotions, it's all a part of it. You have to look at every dynamic and every aspect of the decisions and the choices between the two of the decisions, okay? That's not including if you have 5 other decisions. So really focus on these decisions, you guys, okay? All right. So with that being said, that's all I have for you, Scorpio. I hope this helped you in some way, shape, or form. Remember, you can always come back to this video. The steps are the steps, okay? Doesn't matter what the cards are that lay down. The steps are the steps. So you can learn a lot just from the steps themselves. Understanding, okay, what is this energy that I'm feeling? Is it the hope and wish? Is it the emotions? What is it that you're feeling? And then use that feeling, not in a negative way. Use the feeling itself, the emotion, the energy itself to, again, push you into the decision, okay? Because remember, this is you've charged your battery and you're fully ready to go, okay? This is the electricity, the power, the energy itself, right? And then the restart energy, right? So that you can get through these cycles and literally understand your step-by-step plan, right? In both decisions, not just one, right? The choice. All right, you guys. So with that being said, again, I'm going to end this. You guys, I still have 4 more videos to do, or 3 more videos today, and I'm already exhausted. I look like I haven't gotten any sleep. Look at the bags under my eyes. You guys, these readings take all of my energy out of me, and I give you guys so many a week, but I love you guys. I hope this helps you in some way, shape, or form. Remember, you guys, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want a chance to enter my giveaway. I will be doing my next giveaway, which is the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will announce a winner over on Instagram. All you have to do to be entered to win is be subscribed to my YouTube channel. So for those of you guys over on Facebook, make sure you hop on over to YouTube and subscribe if you want your chance to be entered. All right. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.